Hey, everybody! Getting everything started. Welcome to our Christmas special, So I Married a Geek. Instead of doing a week of shows, I said, let's just do a live show and have some fun with it.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll do a live show.
We are doing a live show. Dog's here. You can say hi to Dog. So, welcome to So I Married a Geek, this show where we invite you into our lives, our adventures. I am Gavin. This is,
Phil.
and that's Dog.
She has a name, but he calls her dog.
She responds to it. That's the one she responds to because everyone calls her 500 different things. I say Dog. She knows exactly what I'm talking to.
She's my people.
She was all sad and dejected. Oh, there she is. So, anyways, first news. We're on TikTok. So, if you go to look, I forget what I am on TikTok. I think it's Kaiju Labs Media.
I don't use TikTok.
We've been using it. We've been playing with TikTok and putting in some fun videos, like the night where Phil freaked out about Botox for no reason whatsoever. Some singing.
I told you not to put my.
I put that up. Stuff with the dog. Just it's our daily life stuff as we're trying to go up to doing reality shows. So you guys can kind of see some more fun things that happen.
I told you the Botox thing freaks me out. If injecting medication into my back made my body react the way it did, how is it going to handle a toxin being injected?
No, we were watching some show and you said I wanted you to get Botox in your face.
Oh well, yeah. I'm not gonna get. You know what? I just have to age gracefully.
Anyways, we decided we're gonna have some fun, and so follow us on TikTok now. If you guys are on TikTok and watch our fun of our life.
And evidently my singing, which I told him not to share with the world.
You've already shared with the world. It's too late for that.
No, nobody had heard me sing like that before.
Well, now they have. Anyway, so
I don't even know how it sounded.
We decided we would talk about Christmas today and have some fun. We're gonna talk about our favorite Christmas movies, some traditions, our expectations for Christmas. We have had a little bit of an argument today. We're gonna talk about. Pretty sure most couples have had this argument before when it comes to holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting. So, what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about our movies?
Yes.
So, again, when it comes to our holiday movies,
if you let Gavin pick them, they're going to be
oddly fucked up.
Yeah. Like, not just oddly, supremely fucked up.
So, I did finally break down and watch Downtown Santa Claus, which I don't remember if we talked about before or not. But it's the French movie that everyone says Home Alone was a ripoff of.
And no, it was not.
It was not anything close.
No, it was real fucked up and creepy.
It was creepy, but it was just kind of long. And the little kid had a weird fucking mullet.
Yeah, he was rocking that fucking mullet too. And they had that weird French imitation of Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah, it was kind of bizarre. So we did go ahead and watch that finally, and I pushed through it, and I really just wanted to turn it off, y'all.
Yeah, like when Santa Claus slapped the little girl, I was like, yo, what are we watching? Why is Santa Claus slapping children across the face?
For context, it's creepy pedo Santa.
Yeah, very, very Uncle Bad.
He goes from caressing the kid's face. The kid says, "I don't like your face," and he slaps the fuck out of him. That's kind of the genesis of creepy pedo Santa invading the house to kill everybody. Anyways,
because he got fired for it.
Not a good movie.
No, kind of painful.
Very painful to watch.
Had Bonnie Tyler on the soundtrack, which was very strange.
It was definitely strange. And my Christmas movies always kind of tend towards, I've got a Christmas Horror Story, which is the anthology series, which I love.
I don't know. I don't understand your thing with anthologies. I don't like shorts.
I love shorts. They work really, really well in horror because you're not dragging anything out.
A good horror movie doesn't drag things out.
They always drag it out because you got to fill up 90 minutes.
It's not drag out if it's well done. Scream wasn't dragging anything out. That was intense beginning to end.
Was kind of so anyways, horror works really well. So this is just a compilation of intertwined Christmas horror stories that take place in a town on Christmas Eve. Really great. I love Krampus. I love Rare Exports.
Rare Exports is weird with the old man dicks, but
that's the one thing he focused on was the old man dicks. But Rare Exports is amazing.
You're watching a Christmas movie. You don't expect old men to have their dicks hanging out. That's just me.
So if you ever watch Rare Exports, it's a foreign film about this. I guess it's Swedish. About this little town that's outside of this mountain that this American's excavating because he's hunting for Santa Claus.
It is a really cool movie.
It is a very cool movie, and the twists and turns through it are very awesome. And it's just super fun. I love Jack Frost. I had to argue with someone because there's only one Jack Frost Joe on the movie-wise. And it ain't the motherfucker with Michael Keaton. It's the one with the serial killer Santa Claus. That is the only Jack Frost. You be the one with Michael Keaton? No, bitch. You need to be educated. There is only one.
One. I don't even know what to say about that one too, because that movie takes fucked up to a whole other level. Like poor Shannon Elizabeth.
That's on her resume forever. That's my favorite part. Is she turns in her resume to be try out for a role and like, oh, you got raped by a snowman to death. Okay.
No, I think she would focus on Scary Movie. That would be where she'd spend a lot of her.
So I like all the darker Christmas movies, and I have my fun ones. Like I love the one that's above all else is A Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's a cute movie.
That is the absolute end all be all Christmas movie for me.
No, and it's got to be Home Alone.
See, he likes Home Alone.
I just watched that with my nephew the other day. He can watch that movie like 700 times. Like Kevin McAllister is my nephew's hero. Like he wants to be like him and set up traps and shit for people, and he really does look up to Macaulay Culkin's character, which is kind of scary.
And Home Alone is fine. I don't like 2.
Part 2 is fine. It's just part 2 is the exact same movie, just set in New York.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like they even have the parents repeat scenes and shit. I was like, y'all.
So
cash grab, but it's still good. It's better than the rest of them.
It is, and then one of my all-time favorites is the Santa Claus trilogy because I fucking love those movies. But they are fucked up when you think about it because the Santa died at the beginning of fucking Santa Claus 1, and nobody cares.
Well, and then in part 3, you see how many Santa Clauses there were. It's like, yo.
There's been a lot of dead Santa Clauses around the world, and nobody cares. Like, what happened to Mrs. Claus? Did the elves eat her? Like, there's this whole horrific undertone to the Santa Claus movies that you don't think about because it's, Tim Allen is Santa Claus, which absolutely works. Those movies absolutely work. But the reality is what happened at the regime change? Did the elves uprise and eat, like,
elves
Mrs.
on strike?
Claus? Like,
elves on strike.
Was she just unceremoniously clicked out into the frozen tundra of the North Pole to die? Like, what happened to all that stuff? Like, the reality of it all. Like, Santa just died real easily. He fell off a fucking roof into a pile of snow. He could have got up and walked that shit off. So Santa Clauses are very fragile, and there's been an awful lot of them because I guess you can make a sport out of it. Santa hunting every year. Who's going to be the new Santa? All they're going to do is kill him and put on the coat.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up in part 3 that Jack Frost was like eagerly like, yeah, come on, motherfucker, die, give me your jacket.
Yeah, like, and so I love those movies, but they're very fucked up.
Part 2, I thought that the robot Santa was kind of a kind of plot point, but then part 3, what I didn't like was how quickly they undid everything Jack Frost did. Like, it's like the pacing is weird. It's like 70 minutes of Jack Frost getting to become Santa, and then 10 minutes of him losing it all.
So, no Neosha music?
Yay! Neosha's
She wants to set up those traps. I have a friend who bought the Lego Home Alone house where you got to set up all the traps. Because oddly, it comes like an advent calendar. There's a bag a day for each room of the house, and you can set up all the traps and make them all go off. She still hasn't finished putting that bitch together because she missed a piece somewhere. And you know how Lego is. And once you miss a piece, you got to go backwards. That's no easy task. You know?
Legos give me anxiety. Like, he opened up a pack the other day of, like, it's a little tiny robot thing. I was like, oh my God.
They were the nano bricks from Japan because we have a Daiso here. And they make these little packs of these nano bricks. They're just kind of fun. I got a bunch for Harley and Jill. And I got this one that was like a Transformer jet. And he had a heart attack, y'all. Because they're real tiny pieces.
It just stresses me out when it's all in pieces. I never did Legos as a kid. Like, I like my things to come to me complete.
So when it comes to Christmas movies, I like the weirder ones. I like the classics. Like, I have them.
On 34th Street.
We watched that one. Elves, things like
Life.
that. But I really prefer mine with that weird fucking twisted edge because one of my favorite things is the dark side of Christmas. You know, like Yule Cat and all fucking weird shit from around the world where, like, they eat children that are bad. Like, there's a whole weird world of the dark side of Christmas, and it's fucking awesome, y'all.
You just like the dark side of everything. That's why Halloween's your favorite.
True. But then when it comes to your type of Christmas movies, they're more traditional classic.
Yes, I'm an old man. I like my traditional things.
He's an old man. He has to have the traditional stuff. So it's kind of funny. We're like, hey, let's watch a Christmas movie. He was like, which one? Like, is he going to have to buckle in and brace for, Demon Santas, or can he just be happy, joyful, singing with Muppets?
After you showed me Thanksgiving for the first time, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what Halloween or what holidays are going to be like.
Yeah. And he was the one who found Santa Jaws, to be perfectly honest with you guys.
Because I was trying to be a thoughtful, considerate husband, and so I was like, well, he likes sharks, and he likes Christmas.
Love shark movies. It's one of my kryptonites. I fucking love shark movies.
How
It's
is it
a Christmas shark movie.
Oh, I guess it's a weakness.
It's a weakness, bitch. I will watch shark movies day and fucking night. Like,
I know. So I was nice, and I found you. Oh yes, Neo should jingle all the way. Hell yes, that was me and my sister. Shit, we used to watch that. At Christmas, she would watch it like 4 times a week until Christmas was over.
is that the one where they're going after the toy?
Yeah, it's with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I remember it because they made fun of it in Solar Opposites. I don't think I ever actually watched that movie because Arnold Schwarzenegger just doesn't really do it for me, y'all. He's not a good actor.
That's a classic movie, fool.
No, classic movie is something like It's a Wonderful Life or Muppet Christmas Carol.
It's all anything Muppets you is going to be.
And I love how people say that Muppet's Christmas Carol is one of the most definitive Christmas movies ever. But everyone also seems to forget Emmett Otter's motherfucking Jug Band Christmas, which I will be watching tonight because I haven't watched yet.
Emmett Otter. I've never seen it, so you showed it to me.
I do not understand how you did not watch Emmett Otter.
I've never even heard
Christmas
of it.
specials, Rudolph, Frosty, all that stuff, that all pairs in comparison to Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Yo, we just watched that old like claymation Rudolph and Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah,
I remember this when I was a kid.
Jackasseries.
For real, y'all. Like Rudolph was such an abused child, like so mistreated. And then Frosty the Snowman, Frosty was
dumb as hell.
And
those kids were dumb as hell. Like,
it's like, yeah, we'll just put you on a train to the North Pole and stick a little girl in a freezer.
And nobody realized she was gone. Like they're problematic, but they're classics and they're fun. They will never get stuff like that again. So Christmas movies, Christmas specials, I mean, we just fucking love them. And now that we're getting ready for Christmas to come, I'm kind of ready for it to get here. You know, I've been planning for a while for Christmas. Like my house has been Christmas-fied, and it's coming down next week. It'll be down before New Year's because it's been up for a month and a half now. But Christmas in my house was always weird. Like my dad would go out and cut down a cedar tree, and that would be our Christmas tree. And I thought that's what Christmas trees were for the longest time. I didn't know they were like pine and like this. I had no idea. The funny thing was my dad was allergic to cedar, but that's what we cut down cedar trees every year.
My dad was allergic to real trees too. So, you know, we had the fake trees, but there were some years where my mom would be like, you're just going to have to get allergy shots. Like she didn't give a fuck. She was like, you're going to get allergy shots. We're going to have a real tree. I don't want to hear anything about it. There were just some years where she did not want a fake tree in the house.
I prefer the fake tree because it's a lot less messy. I can make it look how I want to make it look, and it's awesome. My tree spins, y'all.
Yeah, our tree has 4 million ornaments on it.
And they're all Star Wars, Disney, video game, pop culture.
I've got my Mob Style and my Magic Ninja ornaments
he bought
as well.
Those ornaments. I've got stuff from when I was a kid, from my grandmother, from my mom. There's like classic. I mean, it's just Christmas for me has always been the time to celebrate who you are and your family and friends at the end of the year, which is why my tree looks the way it is. It's full. There's a story behind everything on that tree. And at my house,
Papa Smurf, what?
Yeah, it was always kind of weird because we never had a whole lot of money. And there was one year where we spent Christmas in my dad's 18-wheeler because he was on the road. And we literally that's where we spent Christmas.
I didn't know that. You've never told me that story.
And one year, like when my dad had no money, we just went to that with Southwood Mall used to be a flea market. And that was honestly the best Christmas I think we ever had because we just had to be very creative with what we did. I think I spent a grand total of $3 because I used to make so much stuff.
You still do.
I still do, but you know, that's why I never thought of Christmas as hordes of presents and things like that because we learned it's not the quantity, it's the thought behind everything, even the simplest thing. But of course, I had the redneck parents, so I always got like socks and underwear.
I had the opposite.
I hate the commercialism of Christmas too. I really do.
Yeah, I had the opposite. We were spoiled ass kids, so Christmas was always a huge deal. And my sister, like, we used to get jealous because Mona would get like 35 presents, and my mother was like, "Yo, you asked for a Super Nintendo and you asked for games for it. She wanted little tiny things. So there's lots of little tiny gifts. Y'all got the big gifts. How can I give you that many?" So we were spoiled as hell. When I got older, I realized how spoiled we were. I was like, Christmas is not that big a deal. We don't need lots of presents. But it took me a while to get to that point. It was in high school where I started to be like, you know what? I don't really need shit. Like,
yeah, the funny thing is my whole family, we're at that age where we really don't need anything. It's just now for fun.
Yeah.
And so I told him, we don't really do much for this Christmas. I mean, we really don't. And I was sitting there thinking about just the best Christmases in the past. And I think the flea market year was probably the best. And, Christmas, my parents are usually pretty coherent because it's no lie, they were pretty much high 24/7. Anything they could get their hands on, they were that. But holidays, they seemed to kind of sober up because there'd be more family around. And so I remember one year, we were out of gifts, and I still had 2 gifts to open, and no one else had anything. So I was looking around like, "Is that it?" My mom goes, "You did peek. You're missing something." Like, she was real upset. I was like, "I didn't peek." Of course, I fucking peeked because I'm fucking like 7 years old. I mean, we all did. But
I did. I wanted to be surprised when I was a kid.
You lying fuck.
No, I never peeked. My mom was really careful about hiding the presents. We never knew where she hid them.
Well, because when they would buy it, they were usually higher drunk, so they kind of just leave it in the open. So it was really hard to peek. But I did. But I was also realizing that was a really, 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 really lean Christmas. And there wasn't a whole lot to go around. And I felt really bad because I still had gifts to open. The only thing I'd asked for were Psycho Fox for the Master System. And that's the one that they had gotten me. They went out and made sure I got Psycho Fox because that game was just fucking weird and awesome. You play a fox that can throw a bird, but you can change it to other animals, and you jump. I fucking loved it, y'all, because I was a Sega kid. I had fun.
I had a Master System when I was a kid. When my old house that I used to live in, we had a Master System.
My original Master System hanging on my wall in my craft room.
And we had that Alex. Was it Alex Kidd?
Alex Kidd, yep.
I had that, and then there was another game we had that it was like a haunted house, and you were trying to get through it. And
yeah, it was a card.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we had that.
Sega Kid.
And then I switched to Nintendo because it's far superior.
So, what were your favorite Christmas memories?
When I was a kid, what I loved was, so all my family was in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And so Christmas was when they would all come here, and they would stay for like 5-6 days. And it was just a party every day. And we would go to the movies with my uncle. He would always pick something that we'd all go see. And I used to have a snaggletooth. And when they wanted
to.
I don't have a snaggletooth now, motherfucker.
I can feel that shit.
I don't even know what to say, y'all. I promise I don't have it. My brother kicked me in the face. So it was at Christmas, actually. The dentist had told my mom that it was starting to mess with my teeth, and that if it didn't fall out on its own, he was going to have to go in and pull it. And then my brother kicked me in the face at Christmas and knocked my tooth out. And y'all, I remember very distinctly like being happy and thanking my brother because I was so scared of going to the dentist and having it pulled. So when he kicked me in the face, I was like blood coming out of my mouth. I was like, thank you. I don't have to go back to the dentist for this now. And that was a Christmas. And there was one Christmas where I think I got the flu. Like I was really sick, and they took me to the doctor. I had to get a shot in my ass, which hurt like hell. But then it made me feel better. And then Joe was there, and Manuel was there, and Manuel got the Addams Family game for NES. We played that, and that we also got the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde video game that year, and I got a Mega Man game. Like we had so much fun. That I can't pick a Christmas because my mom's goal until I was like 12. That was when she wasn't as concerned with making me think Santa was real, but she wanted me for all those years to believe Santa was real. And so she always made Christmas a huge deal for us. And we'd have the turkey and the ham and tamales and all kinds of crazy shit. So it was always a party.
We never did a lot of traveling Christmas. So one year we went to Uncle Bert's house in Atlanta. It was all the family. Me, Kelly, Matt, we were out there. We all got a bunch of Justice League Super Friends toys, and we played all fucking day. I had Batman and Robin and the Joker, and I think Kelly had Superman and Wonder Woman and some other ones, and Matt, between the three of us, my grandparents had got us all these toys. We played with those things all fucking day.
Now that you're describing it, if I were going to, and it's weird, the Christmas I remember most distinctly, I was probably 6 or 7, and we went to Houston because we were going to go to, instead of them coming here, we went there. And we got the wrestling video game for NES, so we were all wrestling in my cousin's bedroom, and one of them got hurt and he had a bloody nose. But the funny thing is, I got sick, like I had the flu.
He seems to get sick a lot on Christmas, y'all.
And well, I'm
gonna have to give him a shot in his ass this year.
I bet you want to. So what I do remember though is I don't eat menudo, and I never have.
But he eats everything else. Let's be very clear here.
And the reason I don't eat menudo is I was really sick and I was throwing up, and they were cooking it, and so the whole time I was throwing up, all I could smell was the menudo. So whenever my mother would make it in the years after, I would remember. It's like sense memory. I would smell it and be like, "Oh God, I feel like I'm going to throw up again." And so that's why I don't eat menudo. I never have, and it was because of a Christmas memory. But it was still a fun Christmas until I got sick. And like the whole ride home, I kept throwing up in bags, and we'd have to stop and throw it away.
At least you had bags to throw up in, like for real.
Well, because I was so sick, and that was the year I learned how to tie my shoes by myself. My uncle gave me like $1 for being able to do it.
Back then, $1 got you an awful lot.
I know.
You could do all sorts of fun things.
She says EpiPen style,
yeah. So yeah, and then I like decorating the house. I do go all out for Halloween and Christmas. I get a lot of that from my mom. Like she had the weird Christmas decoration, like the 70s.
Oh my God, yeah, she did.
She had like this 70s Frosty Snowman hippie candle that sat in our windowsill every year that she never lit. I got Christmas octopus from her.
Yeah, let me show y'all what he's describing.
My Christmas octopus.
This is Christmas octopus.
It doesn't work anymore, but it's Christmas octopus.
Yeah.
I got to do a little bit of fixing it. I've got the 12 Days of Christmas bells that I don't even know where they came from and stuff like that. So it's fun, but it's always sad to take it down because the house feels so empty afterwards, y'all.
You're like that at Halloween, too. When you have to take out the Halloween decorations, you get all bummed out.
Yeah, but I put up Christmas so fast after that.
This year you did.
Yeah.
It's so funny because, like, 2 years ago, somebody in the neighborhood put their decorations up real early, and he lost.
Hold on. It was middle of fucking October. These bitches had Christmas decorations up, and I went on a tirade about how unprofessional that is. You do not skip over motherfucking Halloween for Christmas. You can skip over Thanksgiving all you want because Thanksgiving is just a dry run for Christmas anyways. You cook the same shit. So that's fine.
So
do not bypass fucking Halloween. Oh, I would have fired on that house.
Nuts over that. And then this year he was like, as soon as Halloween's over, I'm putting up the Christmas stuff.
Yeah. And
didn't even wait for Thanksgiving.
Got Star Wars inflatables in the front yard. I've got LED lights and snowflake projections in here. Like I just go all out. The kids love it.
That's a discussion we always have. Like, so the front yard for Christmas, there's the Millennium Falcon and Darth Vader and Yoda.
They're all Christmas themed. Yoda's got a Santa hat on. He's sitting on presents. The Stormtrooper and Darth Vader have candy canes, and the Millennium Falcon's covered in Christmas lights.
He gets mad because I'm always like, well, what? Like the tree topper is Darth Vader.
Yes, it is Darth Vader.
What does Darth Vader have to do with Christmas?
Life Day. Wookiee Life Day.
I don't know what you're
I cannot believe I have to explain to you the Star Wars Christmas special. It's one of the most notorious things to ever exist.
I've never seen it.
I have to be like, I'm going to fix that, but I can't watch it.
You're a lot older than me, so you remember those things.
It's bad. It's bad. But yeah, so Christmas around here, it's really fun. And this year, I'm doing something I've really wanted to do since I met Phil. And I might have been hyping it up too much. I thought about it today because I don't want him to be disappointed if it's not what he thinks it is.
I have no idea. I couldn't even guess.
But
he's expecting me to cry, and
we are going to be filming it, and we're going to release it to you guys. I expect him to ugly cry.
And when I ugly cry, it's like my lips get all swollen and my eyes turn red, and that's what he wants. And it's weird that his goal is to make me ugly cry with a gift.
I will win at Christmas. And it's not like a real competition. It's something fun we do. I made that up a long time ago, and I usually win.
I've only won once.
Yeah.
When I got you that Miyazaki box set and everything else that year,
I
went balls to the wall.
I usually win because we have different languages and the way we talk to each other in a relationship. Mine is more acts. How would you describe yours? Yours is more gift giving.
Yeah, I try to pay attention to things that you say you want and then I look for things I think you would like, and I'm usually pretty spot on.
Yeah. So mine are acts. They come from something like the star poster where the stars are on when we met, to just so things amazing. Like that I can make. That just that's my love language is acts, and his is more gift giving. So it's always fun to watch as we collide. Come Christmas time. I don't, like I said, I didn't really want anything this year. Like there's a few things I really want to get next year. Like I need a new Xbox controller, stuff like that. Well, I was thinking we get next year, but this year I was just thinking
You have that super deluxe crazy one.
I need to replace it. It's already falling apart.
I
need to replace it with another super deluxe crazy one.
You're too rough on your shit.
I'm not too rough on my shit. Anyways, what did she say?
He shares the magic of telekinetic jokes.
True. The Force is Christmas power. Yeah. So the other issue we come across when it comes to the holidays is what do we do on them? Because since I've met Phil, it's always been dictated by his family. What do we do?
Christmas has always been family for me, so I'm always wanting to be with my family. And, Mona died last year, and so now I've only got one sibling left. My mom is gone, and so for me, Christmas means being there with my brother.
And so right now, I mean, I've just let it go for the years. And
then this year decides to start a fight over it.
I didn't want to start. I just wanted to make it very clear that yes, you have one brother. I've lost most of my family. I don't know how much longer I have. Some of them besides Kelly. And there are other people who really do want to spend time with us on the holidays. And we should not be monopolizing with just your side of the family. So maybe we need to try to split it up or figure out what to do. I don't mind it, but it would be nice if it was like, hey, at some point in time, we're like, maybe we should just go to your mom's house for Christmas or something. That thought never came up. And it just hit me today when I was talking with Angie about, we were trying to figure out what holiday plans are. I was like, well, every year we've just kind of been dictated what we're going to do by your family, what they want you to cook, what time we're going to do everything. And that was fine. There were years where I tried to blend the two and have my family come over, but your family would eat, leave, and just not hang out.
One year was at Steve's house and we all hung out together.
Yeah, but anytime they have to not be in their house, it becomes a little bit of a situation.
We are homebodies.
But that's what we're talking about right now because, for Christmas Eve, we're going to a friend's house. Christmas Day, we're doing, I guess, lunch or dinner at his brother's house. But I'm thinking about New Year's. Maybe I just want to do a board game night and have Harley and Jill come over and just hang out and watch fireworks and do crazy stuff. Maybe we should go to San Antonio and visit Kelly. It's not something I ever really thought about was there's two families that you really have to consider. And I was sort of thinking, I don't get to spend it with my family anymore. Most of them are gone. And I can't go back and do that. So I would rather not ignore the rest of my family and friends that I have until it's too late again.
See, we're both in the same position, which makes it hard because I have my brother left. I have family in Houston, but they're in Houston.
I wouldn't even mind if we went to Houston.
I've got, Vinny here, my nephew, my baby.
But we've seen them every single year. We've done the same things every single year on their terms, in your terms. Is it okay if I set a term for a holiday and be like, this is what we're going to do? That was my question today. Can I just plan New Year's and say, this is what we're going to do?
No.
And you're like, let me call my brother. That's not what I asked you. Can I just plan New Year's and say, we're going to go do this and have some fun or do something here and figure it out?
No.
Do you think that's fair?
Yes.
Spoiled ass motherfucker right here, y'all.
You spoiled me. You remember the first New Year's together?
Did I show up and surprise you?
So he made this whole big thing like, I'm not coming, I can't be there, you're whatever. So that New Year's, I'm sitting in my room all sad and crying because I was so crazy in love with him and I wanted him to be here. And he was like, well, just keep texting me. At least, we can talk. And then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door and there's my big love muffin.
Axe.
Spoiled me.
Through Axe. And we can have fun. Like, there's always a great fireworks show in this neighborhood, so I don't mind doing something here. But I like to spend it with some other friends and family, and not be just so focused on one aspect. Yes, you have one brother. I have one brother I don't even get to talk to.
And that's the difference, though. I talk to mine.
But I do have Kelly, who's like my brother. And he's in San Antonio. My dad's in San Antonio. We don't know how much time he has left. You know, our kid isn't fucking Bernie, and he's so introverted. We ain't seeing him, but we'll probably see him on video. But you know, we've got Angie and Alex, we've got Donna, we've got Harley and Jill. We've got everybody that wants to hang out and see us. Like Donna was so trying to figure out what I could eat at Thanksgiving. She was trying to cook it, and we weren't able to go over there.
I'm sorry.
No, she understood completely. But that's just these people want to do that, but we don't ever give them the option. I want to give them the option for New Year's. And the fact that you have to stop and really think about this.
Well, no, what I was thinking is if you want to have people over, that's fine. So you misinterpreted what I said earlier. When he brought it up, I was like, well, if you want to have people over, that's cool. My brother just lives down the street. And what I meant was if you're having a party here and y'all get into a board game, I could go see my brother for a bit, hang out, see the kids, do stuff, and come back. And because when y'all get into your board games, y'all are in a whole other world. And that's one of those places where I can't really follow you.
I bought him board games, y'all, like Mysterium. We still haven't tried it out yet.
Because I've told him it's a gift, it's a skill. I don't understand how he learns the rules system of all these games and remembers them.
They're called rule books.
Yeah, but they're so intricate, and it's such a. Like I said, I'm impressed.
He also has a horrible competitive streak in him.
Yeah, and so that's the part. Like, I am very competitive. So in order to not lose my shit, I'm like, I just don't really care. And you don't like that I have that I don't care attitude. But if I don't, I have a sore loser, and I'm the guy who flips the board game over because I don't win. Like when I was a kid, I used to flip the Monopoly board over all the time when I started losing.
He's just a meanie bitch. What can I say?
So eventually I learned that I had to just not care because it stressed me out so much.
But now he's a grown adult and can handle things like a grown adult. He can come play Mysterium, which is like Super Clue.
Mm-hmm. But the rules are so complicated.
The rules aren't complicated. The person who's the dead person gives you a card. You got to figure out what on that card represents one of the clues. It's not that complicated, y'all. That's literally the rules.
Yeah, but you like to play like Hero Quest.
Hero Quest was so simple. The app ran everything. Hero Quest is a game for children that still works a million times. We played it last Thursday. It is so simple. You roll dice. The app handles the rest of it. It's not hard.
The hardest board game I ever learned to play was Risk.
And I have Risk. I have Axis and Allies versus Zombies. I've got Risk StarCraft, Risk Halo, Risk Mass Effect, Risk Rick and Morty. So we can play all of those.
See, I want Will to come over because he and I always played Risk together when we were kids.
I even bought him the original 35th anniversary set of the Star Wars RPG game that they played as a kid.
Yeah, that game was.
So I've been making efforts to get him to play the games. It's just getting him to actually do it.
Outgrew games.
Nobody outgrows board games, motherfucker.
Yeah. See, Neosha gets it. She's competitive with board games too.
It's okay to be competitive with board games. It is funny watching him play Cards Against Disney because he doesn't understand half the jokes.
Y'all, no, I love Cards Against Humanity, but when we play Cards Against Disney, he gets so mad at me.
Oh no. It was me and Jill and Harley mad because he did not know who the fuck Chip was. Harley looks like fucking Beauty and Belle for Beauty and the Beast. She tried to be Belle at Disney World. She was almost Belle at Disney World. That is her shit. Jill has to live with this.
She looks like Harley Quinn.
When you see her in the Belle's outfit, you understand. So when he says, "Who the fuck is Chip?" I thought she was going to jump over and paper cut his motherfucking ass with these cards to death. Because you saw Griffin kind of go, "Oop." It just kind of sidestepped her just a little bit.
My bad that I don't know all the characters in all the Disney movies. Because then y'all had that weird-ass conversation about how hot Scar's son is. It was like, he's an animated lion.
No, he's an animated lion, y'all. He's not hot.
I didn't understand that part at all. I was like, yo.
So we're going to figure out New Year's. But Christmas is lots of fun. And I cannot wait for Christmas morning just because I'm really excited. I want to see Christmas happen. I've never been this excited for Christmas before. But I'm also thinking I'm giving myself too much hype. So I got to try to tone it down and be a little more realistic with my expectations. Because it's one gift. Just one. But there's a ginormous story behind it.
I have a bunch of little things for you.
Yes, it's going to be lots of fun. And I'm going to film it because everyone wants to see it. But I owe a lot of people for this one. So it's going to be pretty awesome.
and he wants me to cry, which is such an odd goal for a gift.
That's the gift. The tears of Christmas tears. They make great soups and poisons, depending on how you make it.
See, this is what you always take Christmas to such a dark, weird place.
Well, okay, so also today, I got in a discussion about Yule with Angie. Because, y'all, I work at a super right wing conservative Christian talk radio station. And I had an argument with one of the show creators last week because he does questions every week. So maybe this week, leading up to Christmas, you should approach the realities of Christmas and how it was stolen from Yule and pagan holidays. They argue with me that it is not, but it is. It's proven that it is. And all your traditions that you claim as yours and Christ is yours come from something different. So don't try to preach the truth when your holidays aren't the truth. But let's find a way to approach this topic to bring it up because so many people don't know. We've had interns straight out of high school who did not know that Easter isn't when Jesus died. It was based on pagan holiday. I said, do you really think Jesus died on a random day every year? Then they had to think about, oh, it kind of makes sense now. And Yule is the same type of thing. It was all for conversion. So I argued with a lot of people last week about it. Like they were trying to say that the Jews had Christmas trees. I was like, really? All these things.
The people who work and use your radio station are all kind of nuts, though.
They thought that the vaccine was a conspiracy by Democrats to rewrite your genes to be a liberal. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I can't. But
I mean, you're not the only one. Like, so on Twitter today, somebody I follow, one of the musicians, was commenting on how Brian May, the guy from Queen, he was saying even though he was vaccinated, had his booster, he still caught Omicron, and he was pleading with his fans like, please go get vaccinated because even with the vaccine, I felt like I had the worst case of the flu I've ever had in my life. And this guy was like, yo, how did they get to you? How did they make you say this? Stop telling lies to your fans. I was like, dude, it's not lies. Like, this is how you save people's lives right now.
I like how she's laughing. I can't make this shit up, y'all.
Yeah, this is the crazy shit you work with and deal with. Oh, there are times where I don't know how you handle it because
I usually just try to tune it out. I'm the technical guy up there. I produce shows.
Especially when they go on their rants about how gay people are evil. I'm like, yo.
I think a couple weeks ago, it was all gay. Like, gay is a disease. You need to go to church and get healed. There's the week where the ministries are preaching that women can't get fat in relationships because men are vain. They say some of the most off the wall weird shit. My absolute favorite, and I had to tweet it out to Jeffrey, was they had a doctor on, and it was when they were talking about pro-choice and how healthcare should not be providing abortion options, said that doctors forced to provide abortions are just like Nazi doctors forcing Jewish people into camps. They have to do it, but it's not their choice.
Good God in heaven.
That was also the same week they said that doctors need to be what is the word? Preempted from gender reassignment surgeries, so that people can't force doctors to do gender reassignment surgeries that are against their religious belief. And I was like, it's not like a fucking McDonald's. You don't drive through and just pick a doctor. It's a specialty fucking field. These people know what they're doing.
They go into it intentionally. So there is no such thing as a doctor who's doing gender reassignment surgeries against their will. You don't know how to do it unless you go into that field.
That's my job, y'all. And it gets really hard sometimes. It's been getting a lot harder sooner. So I'm hoping that maybe the show takes off. Maybe a reality show takes off. Something happens because I don't know how much longer I keep doing this. But anyways, it is Christmas. I argued with them about Yule. Happy Yule to you, everyone. I think that was today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like Angie told me about why you put candles on trees every night, because the night before Yule is the longest night of the year. It lights the gods back. So yeah, I love that stuff. That's why I like the darker side of Christmas. But anyways, that's been our Christmas episode. Anything else you feel like we're going to talk about?
I don't know. I thought you had something else you wanted to talk about.
No, I think we did movies, specials, traditions, our favorite ideas.
You arguing with me about what we're going to do for New Year's because you're now being all spoiled and weird.
I'm not being spoiled and weird. I just allowed it to go on a little too long.
What else? There was something else you wanted to talk about.
I mean, there's not much to talk about Christmas music. I mean, it's just fucking Christmas music.
So I haven't decided yet. What do you think I should release my Carol of the Bells?
I think you should release it out there, let people hear it because it's awesome.
Because I did my own weird kind of synth pop version of Carol of the Bells, and
That was my gift one year, and it was awesome.
yeah, see, because acts were a big. Now that you were talking about that, you were saying that you communicate through acts. And one year, I was like, "There's nothing he needs, and I don't really can't. I couldn't find anything I thought you would want. I got you a few little things, but I was like, I'm gonna do a Christmas song for him because I never have.
And my favorite is Carol of the Bells.
And then he was like, you should do a whole bunch of these. Like, do you know how hard it was to do this one? I don't even make Christmas music. I don't make music like that. My music is so different. But I was able to put my own little spin on it, and I thought it turned out pretty well. I guess I will put it out. I think it's public domain.
Most of those are, and my new favorite is the Imperial March meets Carol of the Bells. That is a great mashup. It is so fucking perfect. I love it. I can listen to that stuff all fucking day.
Deosha agrees.
Yeah. Carol of the Bells, release it. I think people will enjoy it. You should start working on it. Everyone does a Christmas album. Do like a trap Christmas album.
I don't make trap music.
Whatever the fuck it is you make it. Synthwave.
Phil Wave.
Phil Wave.
Yeah, I've tried. Yeah, so y'all, I've tried to figure out like what to call my music.
We're gonna say that for another episode. We're talking about Christmas here. We're not talking about your music.
Well, I was just trying to explain why it's hard for me to do a Christmas album because what I do that doesn't have any core, like Carol of the Bells was one where I was like, okay,
it's synth pop. That's what you make.
Sorta, but I don't use the conventional beat structure that you use in synth pop. I use more of the
we are very unconventional period, so
I use more of like the loose hip hop style almost.
Yeah. So we're gonna figure that out. But that's a whole other episode. But yeah, I think you should go on Instagram and release the Carol of the Bells song, or however you want to release it.
I don't know how. Maybe SoundCloud or something.
Oh, we haven't put anything on SoundCloud in a while. We should probably put it on SoundCloud and see what people say.
Yeah. I played it for one of my friends. He was like, I hated this song, and now I really don't like it.
He's got the best friends who downplay everything, except a handful of them that are really awesome.
Yeah, no, he really was like, oh, God. He was like, this song was already annoying and repetitive, and then you made it synthy. I was like, yeah, I did.
That was me rolling my eyes. Casey, I was motherfucker. That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, that has been Christmas with us. That's our Christmas life. I will film Christmas morning, just the two of us. It'll be very personal.
And dog.
Which we realized her birthday was recently, and he was like, oh.
We didn't celebrate her
Release
birthday.
it through DistroKid. It'll distribute to all the platforms, excluding SoundCloud. That's somebody looking. That's why I like Restream, because it goes everywhere. So obviously there's something for music that does that. You got to look it up.
Well, you're the technical one. I'm the
bitch. You're the technical one. I got shit to do. I got to produce the show. I've got to work on my presentation. I've got to get budgets put in place. I still have to go to work.
I work too.
You watch sequel videos all day.
Well, I have to learn how to do a sequel better.
Anyways, yeah. So thank you guys for watching this past few months of us starting this show. We started in early October.
It's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun.
You tried for years to get me to do it, and then this year I was just like, fuck it, why not?
And like I said, we're going to try to film a mock reality show. I say mock because we're going to have to stage some of this stuff next month, but we want to film the template for a reality show because literally when this camera turns off, there's too much to go on. When he was mad at Botox, I said, stop, I got to film this. I know this is going to be crazy. So he paused as soon as I turned the camera on. He picked right back up where he left off because we don't have cameras around us all the time.
Because you say crazy shit.
I do say crazy shit. You say crazy shit. Like, there's a lot that goes on in this house. I got we spent a day making cookies with Terry. I've got all the videos for that to release that you guys are going to laugh at. That's more of a sample of what goes on behind the scenes. Like, I don't know how to do math.
No shit.
It was a humorous day, to say the least. But, yeah, that's our holidays. We're really glad you guys have been watching the show and interacting with us and liking it. We've gotten a lot of feedback about it. People actually really do enjoy it. We want to see y'all comment. We're going to do more live next year because live is fun and it's very unscripted. You never know what the fuck is going to happen.
I just have to get used to it. You've done live forever with your other shows. I didn't.
Yeah, I've done live forever with my other shows. I've interviewed so many people.
This motherfucker has interviewed Frank Oz, you guys. I'm not in the geek world, but even when he said he was interviewing, I was like, oh my God, I wish I could be at the studio for that.
Man, that was one of the greatest days. And I've talked and met with lots of people doing what I do, and we never really cared. We were just doing it for fun, having fun, and now we're trying to turn it around into something.
You know what? One of the coolest things I ever did was because of you helping and pushing me. Y'all, I got to. So, my favorite album of all time is The Hypocrite by Ryan Downey. And it was the 20th anniversary since it had come out. And Gavin was like, well, why don't you try to find this guy and interview him? And I had to, I found who his old guitarist was. And that guy pointed me to another guy. And then that guy pointed me to him. And I got to interview him and ask him all the questions I wanted to. It was the only album he ever released. And it was amazing. It was one of the coolest things ever. And so, yeah.
He even sent us some stuff in the mail. So
yeah, he sent me this really cool promotional version of the album that I had never seen before. And just, that's what I was singing the other day.
And so I'm used to doing this, and I really want to do this forever. And I think this show is a lot of fun. Everyone really enjoys it because, we pick topics when we do our daily show.
Except for the hater who said we were fat.
Oh, the troll episode. You guys go back and watch the troll episode. Like, his first troll. I
did not.
That was the best day. He was so mad because he was watching the show when the troll commented, and he just lost his shit. I was like, it's the internet. They're full of trolls, but at least they're watching.
I know. We got a view out of him, but still, calling us fat was just so fucked up.
So you'll see a couple more episodes from us before we start back up in January. We'll probably do a New Year's one next weekend. Next week we'll do a New Year's one. And we're just going to have fun. And thank you guys. Like I said, I can't say it enough. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes. And Neosha, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was so much fun.
Just having fun. That's what we do. Like if you watch one of my TikTok videos, I talk about the internet's full of thirst traps. And we're just here to have fun. I like the people here just to have fun and actually do themselves. Oh. The trolls are going to be trolls, yo. We're not. I'm so used to them.
You are. I'm not. It's new for me.
You're going to have to get used to them.
I've never been
music. You're going to have them and all that stuff.
I'm having to get used to it. I've never been in public. I didn't really do social media and all that. So.
Yeah, we don't even have very many pictures together because you didn't like being in pictures.
Well, we have to fix that now. I have to get used to it.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Here's hoping all of you have a great Yule, great Christmas, great.
However you celebrate your holidays.
However you celebrate your holidays, we're right there with you. Not quite getting quite as drunk, but I don't drink much anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're old, y'all.
But we have fun.
We do have fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And we'll see you guys in the new year.
Everybody watching, check out Neosha's music. She's amazing.
I hear she's amazing. I don't do a lot of music, sorry.
She's on my Twisted playlist.
You listen to that thing 24/7. There's times where
I'm surprised you haven't heard her yet.
I probably have, but I have to tune it out because it's literally playing 24/7, y'all. We're playing Minecraft Dungeons, and I hear it in the fucking headset and right there. Like,
I love it.
I just got to tune it out. So yeah, thank you y'all, and we'll see you guys next week for another live show. We'll have some videos up and down, but we'll be back fully in January with more daily content and the reality show that we're going to build up.
So much love to everybody.
I don't think you guys are quite ready for us 24/7.
Yeah, there's going to be some crazy shit.
Because we got to watch what we say, especially you.
I know. I got to be careful.
He talks like a gangster sometimes.
When you make me mad, I do, so I'm going to have to control myself.
And there are times where my accent pops out and nobody tells me, and he loves it. He giggles for hours.
Because you sound like an East Texas hick. It's so
It
cute.
takes a lot of work to not sound like a redneck, y'all.
It's so cute. I love it.
All right, so Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. Merry Yule. Go drink eggnog if you are that disgustingly inclined.
I love eggnog. I love eggnog.
They made a soy eggnog I almost bought the other day that's vegan and dairy free. I was like, I should slip this in the house and see if Phil drinks it.
No, I like the one with Southern Comfort.
It's fucking
Yo, he can't do eggs. I love it. Eggs freak him out.
It's raw fucking it's raw fucking eggs that y'all are drinking. Y'all are some disgusting sons of bitches.
With Southern Comfort, it's amazing.
I can't.
Yes, thank you, Neosha. Eggnog is bomb. I agree.
Yeah, it's bomb as it falls out your ass because it's so fucking disgusting.
Oh, you're just such a poor lost soul.
No, I'm not lost. I am very much fucking found, bitch.
No.
Anyways, we'll see you guys New Year. Thank you again. I think I've said that enough times. Any last words?
You can never say it enough. We appreciate it.
I need to dye my hair. I wonder if Harley come dye it this week. Since you obviously fucked my hair up last time, we're not dealing with this shit.
Made it green.
Anyways, we'll see you guys. Have fun. Peace out.